welcome back. Just streaming another one. As per usual, waited to get a table before I actually went live, so I do already have a table now, so we can actually just jump right over, break down the setup together. It's also a really great table, good to play Smoo again. I believe I played Smoo recently, who had like a very strong Nomads game or something. Smoo's quite good. This is a fairly solid rating, I think, after only 100 games. Rainier's Pencil, of course, aka Terra Steel, is a very strong player. He's really taught me a lot about Terra Mystica over the years. And Matt the Lesser, who's also very, very strong. So, three very strong players. Rainier's Pencil's threw in Giants in first seat. Smoo put in Swarmlings, which makes a lot of sense. Matt the Lesser with Orin is cool. Just to change it up from Witches a little bit. Fourth seat. Well, I'm going to do the usual where I grab a faction so I can look at the color wheel here. So again, brown would be the tidiest here. Yellow could be okay. Nomads could just open with a stronghold here, which seems quite interesting. Nomads game. Sanctuary in round 4 for TPs. Maybe they temple up earlier for Water 1 or Earth 1. Nomads could be fun. In fourth seat, you do get a Spade. Oh, this is one of those interesting setups where first seat gets a solid bonus tile. Fourth seat either takes Big Building or Spade, and then third seat probably just takes the other, which means Swarmlings can have Worker Power for Double Dig, or Priest. I mean, it probably means that Giants just get Priest in first seat, which is quite strong. Could throw in Cultists, which could be quite interesting. I'm always a little hesitant to play Cultists. That would be a lot of cult factions. Maybe it's just Nomads here. Is that what I want to do? Could go Alchemists if I knew better how to play them. Although it would kind of sandwich Swarmlings a bit. Not that they care that much, but there's not a ton of pass tiles for Alchemists. There's a lot of coins in the game. So it's Nomads or maybe Cultists here. I'm not sure. Cultists are one of those factions that are going to get bid down a ton. They'd lose the race to the 2-key town. They just start with a Spade here. Sorry about that. Do I want to throw in Cultists here? Start with a Spade. Sorry, I'm taking my time because I just want to make sure there's another faction in here that I really want. Just letting these guys know I'm still here. Alright, let's go Cultists here. Cultists are probably just the best. Yeah. I don't think any of these factions go below 20 though. Like, maybe there's that much. Maybe there's 10 points between Cultists and Giants. I just see, like, Giants probably get a pretty good start here. They open with a Stronghold. They get the first Priest of Fire. They probably just get the Worker's Action. Yeah, it's hard to say. Stormwings are just always quite good. There's a couple of dwelling events. Maybe Stormwings do want to do a little bit more network stuff here. Maybe they want Earth 1. They are missing another pass tile. Like the trading post pass tile is not in, but the shipping one is, which kind of suggests they want to upgrade ship. Maybe try to reach some of their natural blues if they can late. Yeah, Swarmings are just very good. I think cultists have to be a bit better. I'll put a 1 first point on cultists, but I do have to think about this. I also have to think about what cultists open is. I've made the mistake of always opening with an econ favor for cultists, just to try to get another, because you want a second temple, and so it might as well be econ into Earth 1. But with this track, and arguably your brown should be somewhat safe for a little bit. I mean, famous last words, giants in the game, but that, like, just having Earth 1 and taking advantage of the cheap digs closer to you is totally fine as well. Just like delaying your second temple. Maybe even buying a priest if you want to. I mean, the ship BP is in, so. But, like, I think if you start E6, H4, giants are going to take. Giants might take C4. I guess. Matt the Less is just going for giants here. So Orin is just sitting there at 30. Let's have a look at this. Giants probably just start here and here. Orin probably just here. And then probably just F5. They ship here if they can. So they're starting here. I think cultists are just here. And probably here. Swarmwings E4 has become very, very popular. So is the leech happening? And then, wait a second. And then, Swarmlings and Orin are probably here. Orin takes this stuff and Swarmlings does this. And maybe makes a town here or something. And then cultists and giants. You know, I'll take a tick off cultists, but I might jump to Swarmlings next. This I don't quite understand with the giants bidding. I think it's Swarmlings. Swarmlings, you'd probably start with worker power, which means you do double dig round 1. So you don't end round 1 with a temple. And then you don't double dig round 2. So cultists or Orin are getting double dig in round 2. Orin probably just take the big building bonus. And maybe they want single spade in round 1. So they can get a big building, build their stronghold for, I don't know, maybe fire 1, maybe just earth 1. Take single spade and get out a couple dwellings. It seems like a pretty good open for Orin. And then cultists kind of have an interesting, like, I don't really know what their open is. Because they have a spade in hand. I don't think they have a neighbor for their second dwelling. And so the double temple isn't obviously going to happen. So they probably temple here. Maybe it's just earth 1 and they dig down a dwelling here so that they have a neighbor with Orin. Curious what these guys think the correct auction was going to be. Rainier's Pencil says he wasn't expecting that. I assume by that he means Matt jumping to Orin so soon. I think I've bid... Well, lots might be a stretch for cultists. They are cultists after all. I think Giants bid a decent amount. Swarmlings are probably always a deal. I don't know who got the best deal here. Maybe Swarmlings? I don't think I paid too much for cultists. I mean, they're cultists with no color neighbors. So... this is tricky. This is very tricky. E9 and E6 seem suspect for some reason. I guess the main reason is because I just don't have a great place to double dig in round 2 if I ever got it. H4 just gives you good, cheap hex stuff. But no one's really down and around there. So you're not getting a ton of cult rewards. Could E9 just be possible? Possibly what I'm supposed to do here. I don't know. I'm a little hesitant to go E9, I have to say. But with Giants in here, I guess I can just expand down to G7 and try to do stuff in the south. I think it's okay. Orin seem unplayable to you? Really? How come? Also, stay on the stream. I don't know if you're still on the stream, Terra, but you should totally just chill it here. Why do Orin seem unplayable to you? Don't they just... I'd probably just hand them the big building bonus. Oh, wait, they don't have a neighbor on F8. So they build a stronghold on F5 that doesn't do anything. And then they just dig down a couple dwellings. I was assuming like single spade would come back to them. I will say the neighbor... Oh, unless Swarmlings goes F7. If Swarmlings goes F7, then they just build a stronghold on F8. They take a favor tile. They get the big building bonus in 3rd seat. And then they just have like enough resources for 2 dwellings, assuming they get single spade. And I think Swarmlings just get worker power, which means they're taking double dig. And if I have a spade, I'm not interested in single spade, and neither are Giants. So I assume Orin is single spade. Swarmlings are double spade. Giants take workers, because no one wants them if I'm not opening double temple, and Giants and Orin already have their workers. And then I probably just buy a priest or something. I don't know. Hopefully that's not revealing too much if you're on the stream. But that's why I don't really get why Orin are unplayable here. But come on, Smoo, take a page out of NerdCube's books and go I3. We can be friends. If he's getting double dig, it's not actually terrible. Because, like, what does F7 get you? I guess it gets you Orin Leech. And then you town with Stronghold Sanctuary and a late double dig. Or you upgrade digs and do weird bridge stuff. Yeah, like... So I guess I just take single spade here. Because it's a spade. Big building. probably worker power for giants so they can get double dig. Yeah. Question is, what am I spending my power on? Or am I building a temple for Earth 1, spading down a dwelling, passing for 6 coins, and double dig? I think that might be what I'm trying to do here. But I'm in 4th seed. So everyone needs to take 4 turns here. Swarmlings will. Orin will. And Giants will. That's 100% what I'm doing here. I'm just building a temple for Earth 1 on E6 and spading down a dwelling. I'm passing for 7 coins and double dig. Oh. Terra Steel. I just did not see this. I mean, I probably would have if I was, like, obviously I wasn't really considering bidding on Orin yet. Otherwise, I would have talked through this on stream. Yeah. And then Swarmlings just build on D4 before Giants can get over there. Yeah. I think Orin are still in the round as long as I want them to. They have 3 turns, assuming they build a stronghold and use their stronghold ability, and then if they take the priest, then we're golden. I guess the question for me is, where am I putting my spade? It's a little wasted on E7. Unless Giants don't take D4, because I'm getting double dig first next turn, then I can double dig D4, which is actually pretty good. But if I did that, then I should have just built a dwelling first action. I guess not, because I can get... I guess now I just do this and take my Earth 1 favor, because at least I can recover the points for the Lost Leech. I'm going to take a fire step and actually just do this. I think this is correct for me. I think a lot of people are kind of a slave to taking an econ favor if they know they can get Earth 1 later, or that, like, building a temple for an econ favor into... Oh, I was never getting D4. Storm is just building there. But taking an econ favor into, like, an early temple for Earth 1. But I think at this point, like, I just kind of want to get a temple for Earth 1. I get a bunch of workers going into round 2. I just get to pass for 7 coins and double dig. I dig down some more dwellings in round 2. Like... I think life's pretty okay. Like, I think by the time I build a second temple, I might just want Water 1. I might just build a temple for Water 1 in round 3. Now, mind you, round 3 is going to be a little tricky because it's a dwelling round and I want to upgrade ships. but yeah. So I buy a priest. Maybe I delay my. Maybe I buy a priest. And I build a temple and a sanctuary in round 4. Maybe I just build a temple in 4 and no sanctuary because I won't need one and they're crap. I don't know what Matt's taking here. Orin have awkward starting bumps. Air 2, yeah. I guess makes sense. I'm just doing this. Oh, what am I talking about? I'm not getting double dig next turn. I don't have enough leech. That was silly. Then I probably should have just built a... Oh god, I wasn't even paying attention to that. I probably should have just built a dwelling on E7. I would have had the leech for double dig. That was really trash. Well, the question is if Orin will send a priest to Earth and single spade G6. Gosh, I'm doing too much talking and not enough thinking here. How bad is passing for ship BP for double dig in a dig round? I think I'm just passing for the coins. But yeah, that was really silly of me. I could have had double dig this round, next round. Oh. Okay, I still do get double dig. It's just I have to take E7. Which is maybe I just get F6 super late? Or do I just take H3 from Giants? Because otherwise he's taking it next turn, and I don't love that. I think that's what I do. And I just don't get that many cult steps. Sorry, I'm being a little inconsistent here, guys, with my game plans. This is a little annoying for everyone. Yeah, so I am just building a temple next turn. And then passing on to ship VP or the spade or something. The cult steps are a little awkward. But I think I do just take H3 next turn. So Matt can send the first priest to Earth, or this is probably with the coin action just a ship upgrade and a couple dwellings, D2 and G9. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's advancing the ship track. So no one has a priest in pocket next turn, other than possibly Matt, who might pass on the priest. Oh, that's really, really nice. So I might get the first priest to Earth here. I have to take double dig first, because, yeah, lots of people could take it. Giants could even take it. So I do just take double dig first. The question is whether I decline build first. Maybe Giants come to G4 and I can give them a power for a cult step. Right, so Matt's probably sending the first priest to Earth then. So, and the ship VP is just open. So if I'm out of the round first, I can just jump onto ship VP and take a coins action. I think I just double dig and just do this. And yep, coins. Not sure what Orin wants. Orin might go for a spade here, but I guess the spade just comes back to them. So, I mean, I could just respond with the first priest to air, just to get a little extra better call position. Smooth takes a priest. So this makes sense. So I guess the thing is, do I just send a first priest to air here? It makes my turn a little bit longer. I think I want to do a temple, probably just for fire 1. So it's 1, 2, and then 3 turns. This would make it 4. So everyone else would also have to have 4 turns. I think giants are building a dwelling. I think they're probably building a temple for Earth 1 and a dwelling. 1, 2, 3. So I could pass on ship BP before them. Swarmlings are probably sending a priest to air if I don't. Probably. I think. What is Orin doing this turn? I don't know what Orin's doing. Orin might just pass ahead of me anyhow and take the ship BP, and then I lose the priest to Earth as well, or the priest to air. It's kind of hard to say here. So I'm giving Smooth a priest to air because it increases my chance of getting ship VP. A little bit of a risk. I guess then I just send the first priest to water and it's not the end of the world. Or I just send a priest to Earth this round and just get more power and coins. A priest to Earth this round is just 2 coins and 2 power. So that's also okay to just go for more economic decisions on the cult track as opposed to, you know, downstream economy and better position for endgame points. Okay, and it's a priest to water. I mean, that makes sense, I suppose. I'd like Matt to have a long round. I think I want Matt to take a single spade. I just don't know that single spade is particularly good. Like G6 doesn't really offer much. A little extra leech. And this is quite nice. So I'm just going to do this. I'll take my temple. I think this is just fire 1 here. So I just take a step on Earth, and then I do just take fire 1. I build a dwelling. Giants are spading maybe just G4. This looks like a nice sanctuary town. G4 is not under any threat by me, so maybe they take C5 so they can get to B5. I also, well, no, Smooth takes the 2-key town. Smooth takes the 2-key town here. I was just going to say, I'm beating Orin into a town. Giants. But of course, Smooth always just has the 2-key town here. It's quite nice. So, really want Matt to take power action here. And I think he does build a temple. And use his cult step. Probably just a copy of Earth 1. Right. So Yeah. Okay, so we just get ship VP. We get a coins action. Now, Rainier's pencil, Terra Steel, might take C4 before us. Because if I take a coins action, it's going to take me 4 moves to get here, whereas he can first move upgrade shipping, second action here, and then third action take that. It's not the end of the world because I have dug through this back end here, but I will have to consider my connection. It's going to be quite suspect, actually, which is a concern. So I do just pass here. I'm not sure how many dwellings I get out next turn. Well, 2. I just don't know that I get out 3. But I think surely this is correct. So I think what happens here is Giants take C4. I think what I do with my priests, instead I take a coins action, I upgrade ship 3 times, and I get dwellings on G7, E9, B6, C7. My economy is great. I'm hitting the track well. Things are breaking well for me. Connection is shit. Excuse my French. But, you know, you can't have everything. Yeah, I think I just score 32 points next round and end with 2 temple, 7 dwelling end of round 2, and don't have connection. And I mean, you can't have all those things. For some, and yeah. As soon as I get to 2 ship, Rainier's pencil just knocks out C4 here. I mean, he might even do it earlier. And then I am probably in a good enough shape, especially if I pass on to more coins or something, to get water 1 next turn off a sanctuary. I think I probably do that. That's kind of odd. Yeah, so I've gotten double dig and a dig round my power so far. Nothing round 1, double dig and a dig round, coins in a shipping dwelling round. So my power's been pretty good. In my past tiles, I haven't gotten on anything that's bad. I had spade in the opening round into 7 coins, into ship BP that was 3 power, 2 coins, and 9 points, and the power for a 7 coin action. So all my passes have been good. 5 coins in a cult step will be fine. Priest or worker power are both going to be kind of sad. But big building tile next round, 6 coins, 4 coins, even the spade's not bad. If I get water 1 blocked next round, then I probably just skip the sanctuary, and I probably just try to build trading posts next round. My connection is still possible. I mean, Orin has to take h6 and i5 from me. These are both late digs, but they're all both doable. They're expensive digs, but they're doable. And if I take h6, Orin's not going to touch the yellow, I can't imagine. And I'm going to have an amazing worker economy. I can still connect here. And maybe I connect and I actually town here, because I'm going to be here this turn, and then just do a big dwelling town here. I can just town here, town here. I do have decent expansion, because as long as E3 isn't taken from me, which I don't see anyone particularly interested in it, I can hop up here later. Yeah, so I probably don't do all of that, because that's now 17 structures, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 7 spades, and every structure but 1 on my board accounted for. classic me playing a cult faction. Looking quite nice from Smoo. I mean, at this point, I guess he's going to try to Mega Town over here. So I get big building, 6 coins, or spade. Oh, maybe... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to go to F2 yet. Oh my gosh, I can't reach E9 from G7. That was so silly. What was I thinking? That's absurd. Gosh, I'm such a noob. Okay. Gosh, that is just silly. I thought I was getting all these dwellings out, but apparently I can't count. I mean, I can hard dig this and then like a landscape and worker convert. That seems really bad. I guess I just need to build this. Because it's a dwelling round. That is so silly. So the 3 ship did nothing for me. I just converted a bunch of resources into points. Sorry guys. I'm just... Yeah, I mean, it's 2 dwellings worse than I thought. I mean, it's just bad, but... And, Geddes, I'll just call you Geddes, singularly. Yes, H5 to H6 for sure. So this is quite interesting. This is quite interesting. I guess this is all just expansion for Orin. I'm not going to muck with it. So I assume Rainier's pencil just passes here for the big building pass tile. And gets Oda. Oh. So I guess I just pass. I'm just hitting pass tiles like unusually good because it's going to be very tight for me. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can just build and... Yeah. I'm just going to take the big building pass tile and build an expensive sanctuary. I get water 1. I don't get a coins action almost certainly. But if I do, then all the better. I can't believe I thought G7 and E9 were connectable by 3 ship. But I think it's fine. Giants are over here. I mean, this is one neighbor. I shouldn't get too excited, but like one neighbor helps. I can try to take this stuff. And maybe this is a town for me. And this is a big overbuilt town. So I just do this and I make my way up. Dare call. I mean, I'm not getting 2 steps this round, is the thing. So maybe I just make my way up the water call. I can send my priests to arrow. Yeah, it does. And I mean, the thing is I paid quite a bit for, well, actually I didn't pay that much, but I mean, I'm playing cultists with no color neighbors, so the fact that there are all these nice town opportunities shouldn't be too much of a surprise. But yes, you're absolutely right, and the south seems quite viable, and I think I probably want to dig I8 this game anyhow, because that's actually the hex I need to chip up here. This hex seems pretty safe, and so does, and then this does. I mean, giants might take that at some point, but like this dig just opens up 3 natural browns at my current shipping. So assume I'm digging this, and I'm on I9 anyhow. Orin will take H8 for this to be a town, so this is actually a 3 neighbor town. Well, no neighbor, no neighbor, neighbor, neighbor. So this is a much better town, although it's not developed. So it's 1, 2, 3. So with 6 digs left, I could connect and get 2 towns. Maybe my priests are actually just better off being sent to water. I'm not really sure. If I get 2 priests to water, then I almost certainly get 2 water spades, and that's a lot of economy. It's better than these workers, which will probably just go into hard digs. So I think just trying to get a bit of a position on water is good. I can pass for a 7 coin action, which is quite attractive. But I do just, I mean, there is a possibility that I get the ship VP here. I mean, it's a little suspect because I'm directly ahead of Terra Steel, but yeah, they don't seem interested in H6, no. So I think that probably... Okay. I think probably Giants 3-ship to H6 before Orin triple dig it. Giants are at 2-ship. So I can pass here for a spade and 3 coins and another 7 coin action, which is basically evaluated at 3 bonus coins. I'd probably consider hard digging this anyhow. So this is like 9 resources. I did a greedy thing where I down converted power to coins and just built a sanctuary where I didn't really need one for water 1 for 9 points. Like, I think it's totally fine here. What I should do is just pass for some econ. Town, and then I'm just digging this. So I pass for a spade, but then what I'm getting is I'm going to connect here and try to contest network. Yeah, I think that's probably my plan here. And I can overbuild down here. I have 12 workers. Yes, I think I would hard dig it with the spade. That's what I'm passing for. Yeah, I think what I can do here, I don't, like in West Rainier's pencil, I mean, this feels very expensive. Okay, so he does just pass. Okay, which means he's at 2 shipping. So I can actually take a coins action and then dig H6, and I'll just throw a landscape on it, I think, for now. So I think my next turn is probably hard digging H6, putting a landscape on it, building 2 TPs on H3 and H4, taking a cult town if one's still there, hard digging I7, building a dwelling and a TP there. That takes 13 workers. I have 6 and a bunch of priests. I have 6, 13, 15 effective coins next turn. I need 6, 11, so I have lots of coins. I send another priest to water. I get 2 water spades, one on I8 and one that ensures my connection. On H5, going into the dwelling round. Swarmlings can take I8, so that's a little annoying. So maybe I have to hard dig that. The downside is I would love to have built a TP. Like if I could build it, I could dig down a dwelling here and TP it. But then a Swarmlings could take this just to sort of disrupt my town. If I do this, it's 1 less TP, or I end up having to TP like elsewhere, which could run into issues. Like I want both my TPs down here. So that's a little challenging, actually. I mean, Swarmlings don't have upgraded digs. So, and Smooth's probably focusing on his own towns. It's probably okay. Cold spots are getting taken pretty badly. Is there a cult town left? There is. Cult town seems very strong. Could send a priest to water now. This still can't be taken. Smoo probably responds with the other priests. Okay. Makes a lot of sense. I could just do this now. Well, actually, I might as well take a cult town. Orin's more apt to give me a step here, if I think makes sense. Cult town is a lot of power for me. I think I'm still taking a 3 for 2. I might get a free power from it. Yep. That makes it quite efficient. 4 for 2. That's like 2 2-for-1s. Wondering at this point how interesting double dig is. I mean, I do need... I guess I will do this so I can accept power. kind of interested in taking double dig here. If I send a priest to water, even if Orin declines the rest of my my power, I could get 2 cult spades. The cult spade goes on h5. Or no, I could double dig h5 and i7. Build on i7, reach h5 open. And then cult spade i8 and e3. I think that actually makes a lot of sense. Interesting. Smooth might not like stall here. He might just be done the round and want 8-point pass style. He's used his trading post building, or his trading post ability. Like, he's the one who can stay in the round the longest because he's upgraded digs. But at a certain point, like, Might just pass. And I'm just taking a point on water here, and I'm going to lock up the water cult. Who's actually trying to decide whether he wants a 2-for-1. Yeah, so he just passes for the workers. I think I do just build another trading post here. It's a little rough on my economy, but... Matt probably takes this, actually. I think he knows I'm chasing water, and it's a 2-for-1. It's pretty efficient. Yeah. This way I can use my priests elsewhere. Of course, I only have one town key, so no threat on Earth. I think I do just take this. I'm going to take a worker's action this turn and try to stall for Matt's pass tile, which, unless this is water 2, I think I can. Oh yeah, he's just taking fire 3, makes sense. Oh, he has more resources this way. He took a coin town. Right. So he can build a trading post and a dwelling. He has 2 shipping. He does it, so he can do 2 turns. So I need to be able to do a third. So I can take a worker's action and then send 2 priests to cults. Sending them both to Earth doesn't really help, but I don't think I want that, actually. I think I'm okay. Oh, he found another town. That might muck with my stalling. So it is a priest. Okay, so now he can do 3 things. He can build a dwelling and send, a priest to a cult. So I need to be able to do 3 things. I can build a dwelling and send 2 priests to a cult. Yeah, so the thing I'm trying to consider is, does this 4 power also give me that pass tile? And I don't think it does, because if I decline, I can send a priest to Earth, build a dwelling by burning some power for coins and stuff, and then sending another priest off, or, yeah. So I'm just confirming that that's the case. And it is, so I'm just going to decline that. And then I send a priest to, I guess, Earth to lock up a 2nd position. It seems a little lame, but I guess I will do that. And then he sends a priest to... Well, he doesn't even really want to send his priest off, because he can just lock up Earth with his Stronghold ability. So he'd just be using it as a stalling mechanism. Maybe it's a water bump or something, I don't know. I don't think it matters. Oh, he just advanced ship, because he knows he's on the ship BP tile. And so, at this point, I think I just want a dwelling. Do I want to send this priest off at all? I guess I do. Or is it a worker next turn? I only have one town key. So it doesn't really help. Priest Earth doesn't help. Question is just like whether I want to send a priest to air, which I guess helps me win 2 points on the call. It's a point against giants. It seems good. But I'm not getting any econ from it. So do I just build a dwelling, convert it to a worker? 6. Yeah. I guess I actually do just send it to air. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think I just get to send out, like, probably just get to build 6 dwellings next turn. Cult Spades are going here and here, so if no one messed with me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 places to build, only 7 structures, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 workers. So that's cool. Swarmlings could mess with this, which immediately shuts down 4 of them. Giants could mess with this, so I guess I secure this and then my connection. Probably. Oh no, this doesn't shut down this and this. This just shuts these 2 down. So I do secure my connection and then this or something. Okay, I'm fine. Just passing here. Why not build a dwelling? Because at this point I don't want to convert 2 victory points to a worker. Because I have enough resources to just build 6 dwellings and pass, and that's my game. So in order of priority, I think it's E3, because Giants taking this knocks out 2. Swarmlings taking this knocks out 1. This knocks out connection, which is really bad, but I think Orin doesn't slam a bunch of workers into this. Like, it's probably fine. So I think my move is down converting and building on E3. And then it's I8, and then connection. Oddly. And I think yeah, I think I just play greedy like this. This seems absurd, but I think I do this. I just smash points in this last round. And I get I think I just win network. Hoping Swarmlings dig D6, because they're trying to do a Megatown over here. They took C6? When did they do that? I guess that was their Cult Spades. Because Giants have 3 more hexes they can build on, which still isn't enough, and a dig, that's 4 structures down. Yeah. So they can, if no one messes with them, they can get down 4 of their structures without taking like double dig or something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Oren aren't touching H5. Like, he's carving out a 3rd town. Matt's done pretty cool things this game. He had a rough opening, and everyone in chat was sort of just trashing this. Like, not trashing the game, but just sort of trashing the setup for Oren in general. Yeah, and I didn't really talk much about that, but at some point I was just like doing the math in my head. I just can't get another town, basically. What do I care most about? I don't really know. It's I8, E9, H5, H5. Not H5. I think H5 is like priority 4. I mean, the thing is Oren actually can't secure it. They'd have to triple dig and build on it, and that would, like, they don't, so they could double dig it, and then I actually have double dig, so it would be terrible for me, but it wouldn't be. Who took that? Smoo. Alright. I think it's like, man, I want Smoo to take D6. I think I have 18 network points and 18 cult points. Well, Oren will tie me on network. They're not getting a whole other temple TP and 2 dwellings out. I think they're going to have a hard enough time founding this town and getting 2 more structures out because they need the digs. So I think they get this town, and then they just don't get all of this stuff out. Like, it's that second green hex that I just don't see for them. They might even temple TP or something. Maybe they figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess they need 7 workers with a hard dig, and they have a town coming in. Okay, so probably Oren ties me on network. Possibly chickens, but right now I need all of my workers for my 4 dwellings, and then I have like a priest left, so if it turns into that it, okay, let's just count it out. I need 8 coins, so I have a coin left, and I need 4 workers, so I have a coin and a priest, and 6 power. 6 power is 2 workers, so I've got the 2 workers and a priest, and now I'm 2 coins short. So maybe if by the end of the game I've gotten 4 declines. Here might be 1. A free power here. Yeah, if Giants make it to H7, I actually might have just enough stuff to do a dig advance. But I do want to wait for Giants, sort of. Well, actually, no, I don't. I would build on I8, wait till they come here, and then build here. Alright, I'm just going to take connection now. I think I've been greedy on that long enough. I mean, this is actually probably an incorrect move, to be perfectly honest. Like, connection was entirely safe, and these other hexes aren't. But, you know, one sec. Just getting mints as per usual. So Matt has 22 cult points. He has, let's say best case scenario, he ties me. So he's actually 15 in network and 22. He passes for nothing. He squeaks out a dwelling somehow. Matt's doing good stuff. I think I'm 151. I mean, that assumes second and fire. I do need some steps here. Giants have a cult bump. Yeah, if I end up getting like third on this, and I don't know, Matt might have this, but I think I'm kind of safe-ish. Anyhow, what's the correct sequencing here, folks? Okay, so Giants did take this hex. I need 3 more spots. 1, 2. Okay, so I'm gonna secure this. And then I9 is safe. And then Giants could dig one of these on me. And then I just build the other one. So there's another free power. So we're getting to dig advance territory. Once I have it, then I need to also get the workers action. Yeah. But I don't want to take the workers action before I get it. Before I get all the power. Yeah, I'm a coin short, I believe. And Matt's going to give me cult steps when I build next to him. I think he gives me cult steps. Oh, I really don't want him to have single spade here. Oh, Giants are tying me on network. Because he has a free red, and then he needs... Oh no, he needs... Can he do a dig upgrade? He has enough coins for a dig upgrade and 2 dwellings. So it's 5, 6, 7, yeah. Yeah. Giants are tying me on network. Damn. No, no. Right there are the workers. Because he's advancing digs and getting out 2 dwellings. But I think I still beat giants here, because if they tie my network, I just have a bunch more call points than they have. And I have a pass tile. And they have air 1. He has one more dwelling to go down than me. So that's 4 points, plus a dig advance is 6. There's that 15 network. Guess I might as well build. Is a priest worth the resource point here to me? If it is, I can 3 worker convert. Saves a priest. It's the same thing as converting a priest and taking a priest action. Smoo, what are you doing with your priests other than jamming them to fire? Don't think double spading H7 is enough. Well, he advances, he upgrades digs, and then he's left with 5 workers. Then he would do 1, 2, 3, 4 to get both dwellings out. So I'd be losing 2 resource points to stop giants from tying me. I don't think that's... Gosh, I don't like that a ton. I think I'm saving my priests to fight cults as steps. I just spent a resource point for a cult bump. Now, I'd actually really like this bump. I don't know what you guys are counting. I'm counting a lot of resources for giants. He just needs to build on H7. Oh, he needs to upgrade shipping, I see. Yeah, giants did not get disrupted by swarmlings at all. Like, this red hex was not that much more expensive than this gray. Especially for digging swarmlings. Like, it's a worker more inefficient to just put this stuff over here. And then it just, like, removes 2 hexes. But I guess Smoo doesn't care. Because giants are just taking points away from us. Like, I don't know. Okay. Single spade might do the trick on it. It's another resource point. It's actually 2 resource points. Yeah, he has exactly enough to upgrade ship, build here. So what I kind of want to do is wait till he upgrades ship, just in case there's something more efficient that he can do. So I think I just, well, I'm beating Swarmlings here anyhow. So I think I just send it here for a coin. I mean, the thing is that he can just double dig something and priest to worker. So that would, basically, that's all he'd be doing. I want him to upgrade ship first because then he can't. I think he has a cult bump. Yeah, he can beat me on fire if I don't do this. I need him to spend his priest on shipping first. So I'm going to send this here. He kind of has to decide now. So I think he doesn't take the bait. I think he's just going to dig any. Yeah. And then I get to keep my resource points. And I get to keep 2 resource points. Damn, that was some close cat and mouse stuff. I guess Swarmlings can take the priest and bump fire and then use their priest on fire. I don't care if he ties me because I have my landscape. But if I just pass... Yeah, the smart thing maybe for Smooth is to take the priest. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to get down more dwellings? Probably. Yeah, Smooth he just builds a dwelling. So then I don't need the priest. And I get fire and my resource point. Because everyone's out of magic tricks. And I don't care about the priest at all. So Matt must just win this because like I have a resource point on him and that's it. But then he has some more cults than me. He has 3. Oh, so maybe I do just win. Yeah, I guess I do just win. But still, that was a sad game for Matt. Unless I haven't calced Swarmling's situation. I don't know. They've got some cults, but no network. I don't know if that question made sense to him. Rainyard's pencil equals trash. Nah. Well, I mean, I don't know why these guys are bidding Giants down so crazy. I mean, I had a bit of a goofy game, but I got cultists at 20 with no color neighbors, and a lot of stuff just broke well for me. Am I getting anywhere? Okay, I get somewhere in arena, and then I play like a crap game, and I can't, I have a hard time breaking into the top 10 in arena. I don't know. Okay, my thinking time wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Man, Terra Steel just grinds games fast, that guy. So Matt's saying, I was sort of asking him what went well for him. He's saying, yeah, the Priest to Earth and Air, despite opening Stronghold, was good, and then sneaking the Firewind because everyone went for it. So it kind of cancelled, and Orin Power was strongest on it. Yeah, Smoo allowing me to win water was pretty, well, what it was the game here. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, I'm like, been playing some pretty good games. I still do a lot of dumb stuff, and like an enormous amount of dumb things. Like earlier in this game when I was like, I have 3 shipping now, so I'm going to build dwellings from G7 to E9. You know, I still play really dumb, do a lot of really dumb stuff, but I think like one thing that is changed a little bit over the last while is like, because I say a lot of obnoxious stuff on stream. I literally say stuff on stream that makes absolutely no coherent sense, and chat is like, you know, I catch up with chat later on it. They're already ahead of me, and they're like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you've completely miscalculated something. You're not even seeing what's there. So I say a lot of really, like, I still have very, like, fuzzy brain when I'm playing Terra Mystica and do dumb stuff and whatever and throw games all the time. But one thing that I'm like, I've noticed that's different is like in the earlier part of the stream, sort of the beginning of the game, when I kind of went on like a 2-minute rant about like figuring out how the pass tiles were breaking, understanding who was getting spades, and then deducing that the best thing for me to do is just to take an early copy of Earth 1, do 3 moves, and then I'd pass on to 7 coins and double dig into round 2 in the dig round. Like, those things I used to see people do, and it kind of seemed like really hard to break all that stuff down, but like with a lot less energy, I guess, than I used to have to. If I'm playing with like pretty serious players, I can generally get a read for who's doing what in round 1, who's getting the priest, who's getting the spades, calc people's like moves that they're literally going to do to even see enough in the future to see like the pass tiles, how they're going to break, and then round 2 power actions. After that, it's a shit show. But like, I used to have to like try really hard to figure that out, or I was just wrong. And that's one thing that I've noticed, that if I stare at a board state in round 1, I can at least see into like round 2 power actions usually, which is something I used to notice like Zorus do, or Nerdcube, or like high level players like on streams and stuff doing that kind of stuff. And that's one thing that was like helpful. And I think that's partially why this game broke. I just like rushed a copy of Earth 1, dug down a dwelling, passed for 7 coins, got double dig in the dig round, got 2 more dwellings, passed for ship VP in the coins action, spammed out dwellings, that kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't see the Orin line here that well. I guess, like, I don't know. I guess it kind of makes sense. Like, what went well for Orin? Well, they got this whole part of the map taken from them, but then they just got to open with a stronghold, take the coins action, and get a couple dwellings down. Swarmlings didn't open Earth 1, so they were just able to take an econ favor with their stronghold and then temple for Earth 1, which was quite nice. And then, like, so they formed this town, and then they formed this town, and then they connected here, and they formed here. Like, they just basically played, you know, kind of almost like a Darklings game, where Darklings often just, like, play all this stuff and don't really move around much. I mean, he did expand up here, I guess, a little bit later, but he wasn't all over the place. But when I look at this, like, is any of this surprising? Like, I guess the question is, like, who would have taken this stuff? Swarmlings might have taken F6, maybe, but not if they get this Hex. Like, they're just, this is all fine for them. This might be like a late aggro move once they've upgraded digs. But, so he just got this. Maybe I take this, but again, late to town here. He connects here. Is that surprising? Maybe Swarmlings take this Hex sometimes on them. And that just got him over here, and he was just able to single spade himself through this stuff. But again, like, what, like, I'm not taking this gray. These are both double digs for me, I3 and I5. Like, I think, like, Matt just, like, saw that this would happen, and, like, I think he was right. Like, I don't think any of this stuff was by chance. Like, I think he just gets this stuff, assuming he gets to I6. And then he just played his economy well, so he could afford all this stuff. Because there's quite a few digs, and some of them were like single spades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit 7 digs, and then there was a hard dig later. Yeah, he was just like zoom zoom. Like, it just worked really well. I guess the cult economy was really good this game, which was another thing. Like, it was fireworkers into earth coins. The power in round 3 was actually really nice for me. I think we had that going into round 4 or something. And then it was air workers, which are just sick for Orin. Like, it was air 2 Orin. And then he just got a bunch of air. So I guess the cult economy mattered. And he was able to use that a lot. So, yeah, it was a good game. But anyhow, yeah, 2 wins in one night. It's always nice. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in and stuff. Always appreciate you guys hanging out, even when I'm streaming kind of on the later side. I think I'll probably call it quits for now. I'm a little exhausted mentally. So, yeah, always fun. It's always just really nice to play with these players, too. This is a pretty high-level table, and I don't know, hard to think through all this stuff. But, yeah. Yeah, Ryan, I totally agree. And actually, I will ramble on about that briefly, because this is another thing that I think about a lot. And, like, I'm not sure how well I'll communicate this, but the difference between a good opening and a bad opening, high level, is like, if I build a temple and a dwelling, and you build a temple and 3 dwellings, it's that you spent your resources doing stuff that's going to give you economy next round. So your board state in round 2 has more stuff. If you count the total stuff that you have now, but also if you, like, sold the mortgage, like, sold the house, so to speak. Like, if you count a dwelling as a worker. So if you have 3 workers, but you also built 3 dwellings, it's kind of like you have 6 workers of stuff in terms of, like, the assets you have that you've built that are now baked into the game state, plus the stuff you have on hand. So if you build 3 dwellings in round 1, but you pass for worker power, and someone else builds only 2 dwellings but passes for the 2 worker tile, ignoring the extra 3 power, but you're both still in the same game state. Now, that player that has less stuff on the board and more stuff in pocket, in order to actually match where you're at in the game, needs to get those resources onto the board so they start snowballing. But I think my game that I had earlier today was Darklings. I opened Fire 1, got Earth 1 blocked, but I had sent a Priest to Fire for 2 workers. I wasn't concerned about the fact that I was ending round 1 with Temple Dwelling, because I still had 2 worker income. Now I needed to get those workers on the board in that round to catch up. You can't just sit there and be like, well, I have 2 workers, the end, and I'll just have 1 dwelling on the board forever. But your total economic state isn't just the structures you have on the board and their value. It's also the other stuff that you have. So if you spend your round 1 resources on buying a priest and sending it to a cult for 2 workers, and then just passing for 7 coins and opening for a coins action, what did you do with your turn? You got yourself 2 workers, 7 coins, and 7 more coins. Some other players, sure, they end Temple 3 Dwelling, and then they pass for worker power, and then they don't get a coins action. Are they actually in a better economic state? So yeah, that whole idea of just digging down a dwelling, passing for coins, and then getting double dig round 2 is totally fine. And I used to stay in rounds for a long time, trying to do whatever I could to maximize round 1, only to pass for almost nothing on the pass tile, and then not get a good power action. And it's not so I'm sort of just regurgitating the same thing, but I think it's really important to evaluate both your economic position that you're going to be in at round 1, plus whatever bonus and power action you're getting together. That's the whole economic sequence of your initial game state. All of those things are cumulative in terms of evaluating how your round 1 played out. So I think it's totally fine. Having a smaller round, opening without an econ favor, just Earth 1, if you're starting on a spade, passing for 7 coins, and then opening double dig. End of round. The opening is the first 2 rounds of the game, not just round 1. Yeah, that's fair, and counting all of those pieces. Yeah, for sure. Now, if you have a crappy round 1, and you pass for ship VP for double dig into round 2, I mean, do what you got to do, and double dig round 2 is still very strong, but that's when it gets a little suspect. But passing for 7 coins and having the power to double dig anyhow, or something like that, can be very strong. So yeah, I think counting your first 2 rounds as the opening is makes a lot of sense, especially if you're factoring in pass tile economic boosts in relation to other players and what they're getting. Cult rewards in relation to what other players are doing, and then the power actions that you're taking in relation to other players, and then your ability to build structures down that snowball immediately, and all of that stuff together really needs to be counted as a whole to determine who has a stronger opening. So anyhow, that's all I have for now, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye for now.